Hello folks, how are you doing? It's lovely to be back in the Workmans Club. I believe I am trailblazing again for the second time here because I did the first show here after the lockdown. I think it was the first show in Dublin in 5 months. And now it's a real honour to be playing in the middle of a lockdown. So yeah, weird world we're in. But anyway, I'm going to kick off with this song. It's called The Lumberjack, You and Me. And it's off a record I put out in 2013. Along the way to the Galway railway station, with your brother there, so I can't say what I'm thinking. A right smile, we will meet in September. All political lives end in failure. We fell flat just like a tree. There was the lumberjack, you and me. But I don't forget or let it fade, just like the sun did on that day. Gonna follow that big sun, sink below the sea. Let the night time in, put this old love to sleep. For all the times I held you close, so many more I let you go. Along the prom I'd take a walk beneath the stars, watch boats sailing, they have travelled from your parts. And I no longer see you on these streets, a place where I once saw heaven beneath your feet. But that was many moons ago. A love it seems I cannot let go, and it keeps me for all time. I don't grow, I just cling to the vine. Gonna follow that big sun, sink below the sea. Let the night time in, put this old love to sleep. For all the times I held you close, so many more I let you go. Thank you. Thanks so much, folks. It's lovely to be here. It's lovely to be playing music for you all. I haven't gotten to play my songs in quite a while. It's not the kind of thing at home when you're on your own that I would pick up my guitar and play old songs of mine. Anytime I do pick it up, I tend to try and write new stuff. So it's been a funny few months not getting to get out there and play them as I usually would, but it's lovely to revisit them. And this is another one. This track was on a record I put out during lockdown. It's a song called In the Blink of an Eye, and it's off the record There's a Waltz, which I recorded last summer in Los Angeles, and I was hoping to get back there this summer, but there you go. Spent it in a Haskra instead, in a little village in East Galway. So In the Blink of an Eye. Why so hard on yourself? There's nobody else here putting you down. It's just you on the ropes, in the ring on your own, in a house on the outskirts of town. Let me go, she cries. There's something I just can't get over. It might take a lifetime, or it might be all gone in the blink of a night. He was losing his mind, and not for the first time. In a small little way, what a big price to pay for nothing at all. There were no crimes, let me breathe. He tries, there's something I just can't get over. It might take a lifetime, or it might be all gone in the blink of an eye. Tell me you love me and save me from feeling so lonely. A small act for me that won't cost much or take time. Tell me this life is a mountain and I'll make that climb. I have fallen in love, but it's taking me forever. I pled with my heart, I fall with my head. There's nobody else does it better. Let the strain unwind. There's something I just can't get over. It might take a lifetime, or it might be all gone in a blink. Let me go. She cries, something I just can't get over. Let me breathe. He tries, there's something I just can't get over. Let me love. I sigh, there's something I just can't get over. Let the strain unwind. There's something I just can't get over. It might take a lifetime, or it might be all gone in the blink of an eye. Might be gone in the blink of an eye. Oh, gone in the blink of an eye. Calm down at home. Stay there. Thank you so much. Thanks, folks. I hope you're enjoying the songs. I hope you're cozy on your couch, or in your bed, or on your chair, in your jocks, whatever. I'm sure whatever you want to do at home, it's great, isn't it? That's one of the upsides to this lockdown. And you can talk during a gig and not get given out to. There you go. You can even turn it off. So, but it is lovely to be playing a gig again, and thanks so much to Vinny from the Workmans Club for this opportunity to leave the county and come across the country in my car and do a show. Thanks, Vinny. So, okay, A Long Way Back. This is a track off the new record as well. It's a song I wrote shortly before I recorded the album late one night, and it's a song about addiction. I mean, I gave up booze when I was in my 20s because I had a problem with it, but and back then it kind of felt like, like 15 years ago, it kind of felt like it was this big deal to give it up, you know, and addiction was kind of exclusive to certain people. But nowadays, I guess with phones and stuff, you kind of see that, you know, everybody's wrestling against some kind of thing that they're finding it hard to control. So I'm sure most people can relate to this. It's called A Long Way Back. A long way back to love, I throw my hands above. A long way back to where my feet were standing. Was it Tom? It was on my side. Now I'm running out in the wild. I see a sign, a long way back to love. A long way back to trust. The road is steeped in mud, carrying all this baggage up in my mind. Try to hitch a ride, but my face is a telltale sign. I'm stood here crying, a long way back to love. No bed of rose, arms as bedbugs bite, they gnaw at me in the night. Solicit strangers, it's Captain Dangerous here, telling me that everything is just fine and dandy. A long way back to love sure was a cut above, a long stretch to inner peace and understanding. I can shake this fear inside, 'cause every now and then it subsides, but I feel the bite, it's a long way back to love. In the wicked night, it's a long way back to love. Thank you very much, folks. A long way back. That's from my current record called There's a Waltz, which I was really thrilled to make out in LA last summer. I spent a lot of time over in California in the summers gone by, and I met some lovely friends over there. And one guy in particular called Sean Watkins, who's in a band called Nickel Creek, who were like Grammy winners back in the day and whatnot. I met Sean and his sister Sarah and did gigs with them at Largo, and I got to meet all sorts of great acts and great musicians. So when I was going back in the summer of 2019, I sent Sean an email asking would he make a record with me. I didn't think he'd answer the email, let alone make one. So he got back and he said he'd love to do it. He'd get his friends together. We'd go to a studio for 2 days. And I was absolutely delighted, but I also panicked because it was like 3 weeks till I got there and I didn't have an album ready. But it was funny because I'm writing songs for so many years that like I went back through old books, and it was amazing having a deadline for a project as a songwriter and a musician who works alone. I mean, it's very tricky to kind of make decisions and move forward. So this was exactly the kind of the push I needed. And yeah, we went ahead and made the record called There's a Waltz. So there you go. There's the backstory on that one. And I've got it on vinyl and CD and stuff, and I'm very happy to run down to the post office in Ahastra every day and get them out there. So you can get them on Bandcamp or on my website, ultanconlon.com. So there's the unashamed push plug. This is another track off it. It's called Moments in Time. Out of the dark I arrive, though I'm not the travelling kind, with the mind on fire. It's hardly trailblazing, it's a path well worn, just another who weathered the storm and closed their eyes for a moment, smile, for a moment cry. We work all our life for moments in time. They are made of dust and light. Moments in time throughout our life. Windows to stars that shine in the dark from up above, where our love defies moments in time. When the game is up, will I see you there with your flowing hair and eyes so blue? For I once knew a world we seldom see. Now when I look back, all is rosy. For a moment cry, we earn all our life. For moments in time, They are made of dust and light, moments in time throughout our life, windows to stars that shine in the dark from up above, where our love defies moments in time. Out of the dark I arrive, though I'm not the traveling kind, with the mind on fire. It's hardly trailblazing. They are made of dust and light, moments in time throughout our life, windows to stars that shine in the dark from up above, where our love defies moments in time, where our love resides moments in time. Moments in time. Thank you. Thanks so much, folks. Thanks a million. So, my next song I'm going to do is off a record I put out in 2018. The record before this one called Last Days of the Night Owl. And I was doing some gigs with Mary Conlon at the time. I was supporting Mary on gigs around the country, and she was enjoying some of my songs, she said. And I sent her on the record before it was released. Actually, it was just released. I sent her on the CD. And she rang me up the next day, like really excited about track 11, called A Weak Heart Like Mine. And Mary was saying, you know, Ultan, this is a effing duet, it's an effing duet. And I don't know if you know Mary Conlon or not, but you wouldn't argue with her. So we went in and recorded it, re-recorded the vocals where Mary added her vocals, and she was right, it worked very well. And we put it out to radio and it got a lovely response. So I'm forever grateful to Mary for adding to the song. So unfortunately she can't be here, what, due to lockdown and social distancing and all that. She's here in spirit though. Is Mary doing a gig here? She just might well be one of these streaming gigs. She is, yeah, Vinny said she is, so check that out, guys. I'm sure that the Workmans Club will be promoting that, and so will Mary, so that's one to tune in for. It's okay. A Weak Heart Like Mine. Lover, please don't leave me. I'm a good man. Can feel myself turning to put the wind at my back and the sun on my face. Lover, won't you hold me for the rest of my days? I ache and I fumble with each move I make, with each move I make. Loneliness has been all I've known throughout my time. Your love is unbearable on a weak heart like mine. Lover, I've been out walking the streets of my mind. I search for an answer, but no truth can I find, or no peace of mind. But then you draw me closer, and I breathe you in. My chest is on fire. Oh, how it burns from within. Feel your skin on my skin. Loneliness has been all I've known throughout my time. Your love is unbearable on a weak heart like mine. Loneliness has been all I've known throughout my time. Now your love is electrified on a weak heart like mine. On a weak heart like mine. Thanks so much, folks. Thanks a million. So that's more like the original version on the record where I sang it solo. And you can check out the version with Mary. It's up there online, I'm sure. I'm going to do this next track called Oh Hi, and this is off the same record that I put out in 2018. I wrote this after a few years ago. When I was over in the States, I went out of my way to visit a little town called Ojai in California. And it was just one of them few hours I spent somewhere that when I came back, it was one of them really fond memories, and I thought about it often. I went into a little dive bar and I chatted to the locals, and from a 3-month trip, it kind of stood out as being this amazing kind of day there, you know? So when I was back there a couple of years later, I went even further out of my way to go back and visit it. And when I got there, it wasn't anything like I remembered it. I couldn't find the pub or anything, and it was just this, I kind of had that feeling I should have left it. I don't know if you've ever had that. You've had an experience once and it's been great, and you're dying to go back and recreate it, and it's crap. It doesn't live up to that memory. And that kind of feeling, or that response to something like that, it inspired this song called Oh Hi. I do recommend going there, by the way. Don't let me put you off. It is a beautiful little place. Okay, so this one is Oh Hi. Went back to Ojai just to look for that bar. The fondest memory of a trip we took there. Years have rolled on, it all got measured. Still I have these letters etched in my heart from worlds apart. A local told me that place went under. Recall them telling me the cost of schooling their daughter. Maybe it's strange, why should this hurt me? There are no binds between our hearts from worlds apart. The further we go, the less we come together. And logic would tell me nothing lasts forever. So let's not measure the end to the start. On it flows from worlds apart. She told a stranger she felt so lonely. From across the ocean it arrived in a jiffy. But none of these words ever get spoken. They're never woven. Guess it's a fine art when your world's apart. The further we go, the less we come together. And logic would tell me nothing lasts forever. So let's not measure the end to the start. On it flows from worlds apart. Back to Ohio, back to Ohio. Went back to Ohio just to look for that bar. Fondest memory of a trip we took there. Thank you. Thanks so much, folks. I hope you're all relaxed at home. And forgot to do the whole share thing. Isn't that the YouTube thing? Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Could be like an influencer of sorts here. Put on a big fake grin and have a mobile phone in the raffle or something. Like and subscribe. Christ. It's depressing, isn't it? Okay, let's keep going. This one is called "Don't Let Love Slip Away." This is a much better message than like and subscribe. So this is off this is off this new record, this current record. It's going to be current for a while. It's called "There's a Waltz." It's okay. Don't let love slip away. Here we go. It's written in the stars above, lit up there by the moon. It takes us to a higher ground, above a world we know. Just how it feels to be alone. I reach out for you, but we both turn away. Was there something one or both of us forgot to say? Come here and tell me now, for we must not let this stray. Don't let love slip away. Don't let love slip away. There's a fire in these hearts, my dear. Tears are long since cried, but it all just keeps me wondering. I feel a little dead inside, not knowing how to make this right. I reach out for you, but we both turn away. Was there something one or both of us forgot to say? Come here and tell me now, for we must not let this stray. Don't let love slip away. 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 I reach out for you, but we both turn away. Was there something one or both of us forgot to say? Come here and tell me now, for we must not let this stray. Don't let love slip away. Don't let love slip away. Don't let love, don't let love slip away. Don't let love get away. Thank you so much, folks. Thanks a million. It's as lively as we get around here. So I got a couple of songs left before we finish up this stream, and thanks so much for tuning in and sharing it and subscribing or sharing it with friends or whatever. It means an awful lot. It really does. There's so much stuff up online now. It's like it's overwhelming, and it's great. And I'd really like to thank all the guys here, Vinny and the guys on cameras and sound. I came in here, fell on his own from Galway and got such a lovely warm welcome. And I mean, as a performer, it will make or break you anywhere you go. And to be treated well is like, it means so much. So thanks a million, guys. I got all their names, but we discussed this. Dave? What? I'm not going to get it. You can say it out. Jay. Thanks, Jay. And Stephen on sound. Thank you, Stephen. Connor. And Connor. Thanks a million, guys. Okay, this one is called Word from a Window. I've got a little cat at home that I got there a couple of years ago. I'm a real softie. I didn't realise this before I got the cat. I was teaching guitar to a few people around the neighbourhood, and this mum arrived down with her son, and that actual day I saw a mouse running across the floor of the kitchen, and I literally have a phobia. I'm terrified of mice or rats or anything. And she walked in, and out of the blue she said, "Do you want a kitten?" And I didn't even think about it. I said yes. And I went down that evening, I collected the cat, coming back with this intention of, getting the kitten, keeping it in the house for 2 or 3 months, letting it out then and do its thing. But I got so attached to the cat. There's like a really bad road where I live, and the cat is now a house cat. So I've become a cat parent, one of them fucking sad people. So the short and tall of it is, Kitty the cat was on the windowsill looking out all day, and I was feeling awful sorry for her, going, this is not her living her best life. But then I realised, as I was feeling sorry for Kitty looking out the window, I was on the couch on my phone all day, and I was going, sure, which is sadder, really. So since then, I've got a second cat, you'll be glad to hear. And I got this big catio out the back. They go out, it's like Dublin Zoo. And they're happy out. So anyway, it inspired this song called World from a Window. It started out with Kitty looking out at cars and stuff, and it ended up going to a bit of a darker place into the World Wide Web. So anyway, okay, World from a Window. Watching the world from a window, staring into the sky, away with the birds, eyes burning electronic lights. Watching the world from a window, eyes dart after a noise, on roads designed, never having these cars in mind. It's the summertime, autumn falls, winter comes in with the wrecking ball. Hearts that beat for years despite the trials and tribulations. So congratulations on watching the world from a window. Watching the world from a window. Watching the world from a window, creating your own design, cutting the cloth, stitching the fabric of time. Watching the world from a window, who will I terrorize? Here from the safety of my home and the guise of a maniac in full fall. Take that pounding from our wrecking ball. Hearts that beat for years despite the trials and simulations. So congratulations on watching the world from a window. 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 Watching the world from a window reflects in the gaze of her eyes, letting the days go by. Watching the world from a window. Watching the world from a window. Watching the world from a window. Watching the world. Thanks so much, folks. Thanks a million. Really appreciate you tuning in. And this has been a scheme that, you know, it's a grant thing from the is it the Department of Culture and Heritage and Sport. It's a bit of a long-winded one, but you know that crew, so thanks so much to them. And who else was involved in that one? The grant, Vinny? That's them, yeah. Thanks so much. And I mean, it means a lot, because this time of year especially, I'd be playing at a minimum Dublin, Cork, Galway, and it's great that I can go and do these gigs right now. So I'm going to finish up with this one. It's called The Fine Art of Happiness. And again, thanks lads for having me, and I hope you're all safe at home, and hope we all get out pretty soon, and again, get out in a safe manner. It's okay, I'm going to finish up with this one called The Fine Art of Happiness. The fine art of happiness, it's a calling. That's me falling over again. I fear an ill wind blow, but you beam as the wind carries you through your thoughts and your dreams. Hope embers burning bright, and as the call comes in, I'll hide. I hear a voice, better run for your life. This is the one to be feared in our time. Happiness gives, yet it's cruel to be kind when love is a lonesome night. And as these thoughts are drowned in the absence of sound, the fine art of happiness, it eludes me. I make strange in the sea of smiles. I fear an ill wind blow, but you beam as the wind carries you recklessly. Hope embers burning bright. Hope embers keep burning bright. Thank you so much, folks. Thanks a million. Good night. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Stephen.